It's the NFL International. As we'll see Tom Brady and the London Black Knights versus Justin Herbert and the Cincinnati Bengals.
The fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the London Black Knights. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at the Londoners as they get ready here. They've been cooking these last couple months. Winners. To 7 of their last 8 games.
And if you extrapolate that out to a full season, they'd be 14-2. And anyone in the NFL today would sign up for that.
Meanwhile, for the Bengals here, they come in off a loss last time out, but they've been playing better than 500 ball the last couple months. 5 wins in their last 8 games. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Here come the Bengals now to take over. And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
If you just break it down in individual terms, he played really well last week. 0 interceptions, 3 touchdown passes. Not a whole lot more he could have done to win that game. But you know something's funny, when we talked to him, all he focused on were throws he missed, other opportunities that didn't get done.
Good sign of a leader.
Great sign of a leader, because they didn't win, and that's all he cares about.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Herbert's pass.
So now you've got their offense coming out for the first time with great initial field position. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
And what he's thinking about right now is first down, let's find a way to make a big play. Because when you get a sudden change situation and that defense has to rush onto the field unexpectedly, you might catch them having a defensive breakdown or not quite prepared.
And it was really sudden after the first play picked off. A gain of 3, second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
They'll run with Dobbins. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Dobbins, the ball.
The numbers for him from a week ago. 17 carries, 128 yards.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
Second down and goal. Brady. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. After the turnover, here's Herbert. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Looking for Woods that time, and now it's second down.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man winning the battle. Just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away, and that's exactly what happened there.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley, and he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
Gain of 6, and it's 3rd down.
From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. Got a man, it's Arcega-Whiteside. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Here's Herbert now on 2nd down. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically,
look at this time for Woods, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. 3rd down, passing down. They throw the extra defensive back in there for a nickel package, and it worked out.
And it's not on the field on an obvious passing down. It's a lot tougher to complete a pass, and on that play, they completed it just to the wrong team, and it cost them 6 points.
It is good.
Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good.
Bengals nothing.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Fielded near the back of the end zone, and this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
1st and 10. At their own.
Justin Herbert leading this unit out for their next possession. And looking to erase his memory bank from his opening drive a moment ago that ended in a pick 6 for the first points of the ball game.
In my experience, a lot of quarterbacks, after throwing a pick 6, the first thing they want to do is fire another one and get those points back immediately. But what really helps you get back in sync is a good, long, methodical drive, mixing the run and the pass, tamp things down a little bit.
On 2nd down, here's Herbert. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the back. Field. And now look at him go. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 61 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They'll try and run forward with Barkley. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Another try for Barkley. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Toward the pylon, caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before.
That is good. Makes the score Black Knights 7, Bengals 3.
So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Brooke lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me. 7
yards there and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
On play action, it's Brady. They'll roll him out right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Dobbins. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one, a gain of 20 and a 1st down. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the
disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
Play action. Now it's Brady. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
Oh, you got deep? Right there, 54, right there, 54. Yo. Hey, Alabama. 54, hey, 66.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 29-yard line. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues. They'll run on 1st down with Akers. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And he is going to be close to a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bengals 17. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
On on 1st and 10. It's Dobbins able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
The ball carrier.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Dobbins running out of the gun. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They'll try and run for the first with Dillon. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3.
Well, they're currently the best in the NFL in converting on 3rd down, so it was no surprise there that they picked that one up.
And they've done it in many different ways throughout the season, Charles. Picking it up, running it, throwing it, just effective on 3rd downs all year long. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. They'll try to run with Dobbins. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And that'll bring up 4th down as this Cincy defense stands up on 3rd. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. Brady to throw for it on 4th down. The ball popped in the air. Intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. From the gun on 3rd down. Herbert over the middle, open is Thomas. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Out of the gun, Herbert. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good, and it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. The drive keeps moving.
The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Justin Herbert looking to throw on second down. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up third down.
And the Bengals on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. That's complete to Arcega-Whiteside. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down. You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
It appears he'll be a few inches short, so 9 yards on the gain officially, and it'll be 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he is going to get the first down, it looks like, as he's up to the 12. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll give him a fresh set of downs. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. It's a 10-yard pickup, and that's enough to move the chains. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 24-yard line.
Now they'll throw with Brady. Over the middle, complete. It's Norton.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. Dobbins. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 37-yard line.
Shotgun now for Brady. And quickly finding Rager. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 43. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Dillon now on 1st and 10. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On first down, Akers. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, second down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Throwing on second down. Brady. This is caught. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. John Ross with his 16th touchdown of the year. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that pushes set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Ready to go on offense, out come the Bengals. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. From the gun, Herbert. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
First down, Bengals.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Operating from the gun, Herbert. And that is incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
5 yards to go.
To the air again, Herbert. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
They'll take over. First down and 10.
London about set to take over on offense. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. Now a man open down the middle of the field. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Brady. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Brings up second.
To throw again on second down. Brady, that's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 40. Brady to throw again. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
10 more yards.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, guys, thanks very much. We'll get back with you shortly. But first, let's take a look at what's coming up this weekend around the NFL. Some good games to look forward to in the early window, especially the one in Baltimore. A big one coming up for the Ravens as they get set to host the Philadelphia Eagles.
And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half.
Matt Bosher is set to kick
As
off.
they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
London about set to take over on offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Second half starts with a run by Dobbins. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 34.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll run on first down. Akers. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
On 2nd and 12. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You circle the Pro Bowl. Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. That's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
They get 5, and it will go ahead and move the chains.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They fake the handoff. Now Brady. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
He'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Working from the gun, it's Brady. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 23. That third down conversion good for 23.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing. Because a lot of teams with a two-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
21-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they try the right side here.
The ball carried.
And he is met in his... tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on third.
No, 66.
From the gun, Brady, and he will take it in for the touchdown. John Ross, his second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to be done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely, you also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position. Up past the 40-yard line.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Herbert on first down now. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Woods. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
A gain of
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And he... Works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
Ian Thomas.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Catch is made by Arcega-Whiteside. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A well-executed 22-yard gain. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now 1st and goal, expect them to tackle right here on this play.
A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
At the goal line. A 4-yard gain brings up 2nd and goal.
Here's Herbert now on 2nd down. And that is caught. He's got the season. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead. Well, he was, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have